Ah, Selphine. She was awake already? How are you feeling, Selphine? I'm fine now. Selphine sighed deeply and relaxed her shoulders. It looks like I did it yet again, huh? That's certainly an overstatement. I wouldn't say it happened this regularly. Really? You know, I remember it so clearly, like it was just yesterday. Do you mean the last time it happened? Yes, it feels like the more I experience Emperor Syndrome, the more clearly I remember each occurrence. It is said to be a phenomenon necessary for one's self-protection. Maybe you remember more clearly because when it surfaced, your life was at risk. I really don't like it when it happened, especially with Queen Regan's memories and personality. I know that Rosenheim wouldn't be the powerful kingdom it is today if it wasn't for her. But when I think about how she eventually became a part of me, it's a complicated feeling. Queen Regan, doesn't she feel anything whenever she, kills someone? It's like her sense of right and wrong was based on her own concept of justice. She would manipulate anyone for the sake of the country, whether they were close subordinates, friends, or even family. Retona, do you remember the story about Kyrus? Yeah, he served at Queen Regan's side as leader of the Knight for over 20 years, right? That's right. If I remember correctly, the Union had him defect to their side. He turned traitor to Rosenheim and plotted to kill Queen Regan. His plan failed though. Yes. Did you know that he and Queen Regan were so close that there was rumor about them having a relationship? I do, it's quite a well-known story. And the ending was just as famous. When Kyrus made an attempt at the Queen's life, it was her royal guardian who protected her. Her guardian disarmed him and knocked him to the ground, and then she was asked what should be done to Kyrus. Queen Regan picked up Kyrus' knife and ran through his neck without question. Exactly. At the time, Rosenheim was still in its infancy. One little mistake and the other country would have swallowed it whole. Truly a time of instability. Selphine and I find it difficult to imagine having lived in relative peace until just very recently. What made you bring up that story, if you don't mind me asking? Kyrus' execution. People praised her swift action against him as a sign of strength. Without her, Rosenheim wouldn't be where it is today. I can understand that. She certainly was, quite the proactive leader. The truth is, as Queen Regan looked at the spray of blood gushing from Kyrus' throat, all she wanted to do was to go back to her room and change out her dress. What? Her dress was soaked in Kyrus' blood. So she refrained from joining the other in a meal and thought of how troublesome being late was when she came back to her room. That's all she thought about after killing someone who had closely served under her for so long, with her own two hands no less. Wow, I never knew. Queen Regan didn't once feel sorry or sad that she was betrayed, like anyone else would. Instead, it was like she felt relief at the very moment. And her heart was unnaturally at peace. I think she became like that because despair was constantly following her every step of the way. Now that I think about it, I also felt that for Melano. That's why it upset me. Oh crap. Didn't Rudo say something like that? That someone who can't just put on and take off their emotion isn't human? He did. I had argued against him about that, but the truth is, I agree with him. It's exactly as he said. He's absolutely right. Queen Regan's ability to completely detach herself emotionally is just inhuman. I never ever want to become someone like that. Perhaps that kind of cold-heartedness was just the norm back then, even if it is beyond us. But that cold-heartedness is going to become a part of me. She's on the mark. But look at her successor. Like Queen Regan's son, King Varrock, who founded the Alliance. He and the present King Valor are far from what we consider cold-heartedness. Cold-hearted. Of course I know that. But it's different. How? I know that both my father and King Varrock were kind and compassionate, but just thinking of parenting Queen Regan's terrify me. One day I might end up having to make use of Queen Regan's strength. And I don't want that. I don't want to turn to someone who thinks like her. Even if I can't control and suppress it, I want nothing to do with it. Oh, Retona, where's Rune? She's probably outside helping with the ship's crew. Could you bring her in? I want to talk with Rune about this too. Understood. I'll be right back. Yeah, this is one of the place where the game messed up and they just repeat that same dialogue. If you remember, this is what Selphine said just like minutes ago. So I'm not gonna read that. There you are, Rune. How is Ellie doing? She's fine. In fact, she just came to. Thank goodness. All hands on deck! Ah! Excuse us. Passing through. What's all the commotion? Seems like we arrived at the swap point. As I realized that the ship had stopped, I also noticed the presence of a small boat anchored beside us. Looks like they're switching with a crew from the Inner Pro. Which means... Mana. Yes. This feels right. A feeling of relief fills me. The past 4 days we spent in the Outer Pole feel like ages now. Oh, you can already sense the mana? Yes. It's in this indescribable feeling, but it feels like a warm embrace. Maybe it's because we've been in the Outer Pole for so long. But this may be the first time in my life that I've truly felt the presence of mana. This sensation is like slowly immersing oneself in water of the exact same temperature. As it permeates throughout my body, it becomes one with me, and I become linked with the environment. I sense the mana assimilating into me. The way this mana exerts pressure on the skin, this is unmistakably aqua mana. This ratio of mana is quite skewed though. We're near the second pole after all. The second pole is aqua, I believe? So it seems. I have only heard about it. Aqua, huh? Of all the attributes, it's the one I'm the worst at. Is that so? I didn't know people had weak and strong air for mana. Heck, I thought you were a master at everything. Is that sarcasm I hear? Of course I have a weak point too. Alright ladies, this is as far as my crew and I... The one in black's looking a whole lot better now. All thanks to you. Getting closer to the mana practically brought me back to life. And as you can see, it happened again. Well, I guess that explains it. Ah, that's right. Even though I have gone sensitive because we haven't had any exposure in the last few days, the presence of mana can still be sensed on one bare skin. Captain, are you alright? What about mana shock? Of course I ain't alright, and I have to move the swap point back too. This is clearly unreasonable. Why would people from the outer pole have to go up until the very edge of where mana start to become abundant? Why can't people from the inner pole just sail straight to your port instead? With the port being as close as they are, people from the inner pole would have far fewer problems than you would. Because they don't wanna. They can't stand being someplace without mana. That's absurd! Besides, from their point of view, they're being nice enough to give us some work. The contract Chief Rudo drew up net them a pretty good deal, but they just wouldn't be unreasonable with that. They said that we had to do this much if we really wanted to work with them. Ugh, I swear, damn people from the Interpol are always so condescending. I see. That really hurt. Well, it's only been a while, so good luck. You take care of yourself, especially you, Superwoman. Yes, thank you for taking us this far. Superwoman. The change of crew took no more than 10 minutes. It seemed to be just routine for the experienced sailor, but that's only natural. Slack off, and in the worst case, life may be at risk. Oh right, Mr. Hertzman did say that the hour pole boundary were sinking. He did, yes. I wonder what's causing it. It'll take quite some time, but what if the boundaries are pushed back all the way to the city? I'd rather not imagine. In any case, we really were there in the hour pole, huh? Did you have a revel? God damn, what the heck? Why can't I say the sentence? Did you have a revelation? There we go. I never once in my life thought that I'd end up going there. There isn't anything like it anywhere near Rosenheim, so I never imagined a place like that in our pole. Rotona, is everything alright? Oops. I completely forgot. I was supposed to bring Rune to Selphie and I guess I took too long. Sally, you alright now? I feel fine. All I need was some rest. What's wrong, Sally? Rune, I'm sorry. Sorry for saying all those horrible things. From when you were suffering from Emperor Syndrome? So you know about it? Yes, Rotona told me about it. That wasn't my first time. I might end up experiencing it again. But I really didn't mean to. No, I can't say I didn't mean to. What do you mean? Even though I was overcome like that, I still had a clear sense of who I was. I did what I did back then because in my mind, that was what I thought was best. So, I can't say that I didn't mean any of it. Sally. Relax, it's alright, don't beat yourself up over it. Huh? I want to know more about the people who gave me a second chance at life. You and Rotona treat me like equal when I wasn't even human. There's no way either of you could be anything but good people. Rune. Acting out the usual doesn't change anything about your soul, your memory mana. That's what I believe. Thank you. Thank you, Rune. From the bottom of my heart. This is the third time, guys. Seriously, this game needs to get its act together. Be sure that I will put this in my review, for sure. I'm looking forward to the rest of our journey together. Me too. You were taking quite a while to get back, Rotona. Did something happen? Yeah, I'm sorry. I was about to call Rune over, but the ship just switching crew. Switching crew? Yeah, we just arrived at the boundary between the poles, so the ship had to change hands. What? Wait, so does that mean all the people aboard the ship weren't with us earlier? Indeed, they finished transferring just earlier. Wow, amazing! Doing all this while at sea? Have you started to feel it yet, Selphine? Feel what? We have entered the inner pole area now. Ah! Now that you mention it, I can! This is mana! Wait, this feels different from Rosenheim. The continent we're sailing toward is the second pole. It's filled with aquas, the complete opposite of Rosenheim's mana. Okay, so I'm guessing Rosenheim is fire, then. Oh, you're right! It is aqua mana! It really does feel completely different. Wow, so the affinity of the mana changed the sensation. With the mana ratio this different, you can definitely feel it. It's like we have stepped into a completely different world. Oh wait, Sally, you couldn't immediately tell what kind of mana it was? If I could, I'll be a single crafter in no time. Single crafters? Long explanation, but in our kingdom system, you rank from single crafter up to queen crafter, indicating how many type of mana you have mastered. To pass the exam to be a single crafter, you need to be able to sense mana, analyze it to determine its composition, and shift or manipulate it to a certain degree. Is that so? Something anyone can do? Well, ascertaining to the composition and shifting should be doable for anyone. However, Manacraft operate on a precise ratio, so studying and practice are essential for efficient use of craft. Maintaining a campfire would be the easiest analogy. Wet branches and leaves won't catch fire, and rock and dirt aren't any good. Neither. Just throwing in whatever you find isn't going to work. Manacraft is taking the proper fuel, in our case, mana from the surrounding, the atmosphere, and producing the desired result. Oh, I think I'm starting to get it now. It sounds incredibly simple and intuitive, but just becoming a single crafter is really hard. Hey you over there, who are you? What are you still doing here? The rest of the crew have already boarded the other ship. And you are? I'm the captain of the second crew. Ah, we're originally resident from the Interpol, so no worries. Please steady the ship on her course. What? Hey, are you really from the Interpol? We are. Well, technically one of us isn't, but I'd rather not get into the details. I can't believe you went to some manaless hellhole like that. Just what the hell are you doing in a sad bum like those? With sad bum like those? You three alright? Room slums. Damn it. I really hate people like that. Just letting you guys know. Is this what they call discrimination? You sure have a way with words. We're feeling somewhat ill because we overextend our stay, but what we did is none of your business. The captain spit over the side of the vessel and glared at us in bewilderment. He sneered at us, as if thinking to himself that he was a fool for asking. Was he really that taken back by our attitude? We're in no position to pick a fight with him. Excuse me, well, just say that we've been through a lot. We're in your hands now, Captain. The captain leaves without a word and begins to issue order to his crew. Not a single member of the crew spoke with us for the remainder of the voyage.